everyone and welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, hello and welcome. First, I want to apologise for my voice. I've not been very well recently. It's been over a week since I've been feeling really unwell. I've had the flu, I've been coughing and I've not been myself, so I haven't been able to film, and today I'm feeling slightly better, but I had to film this video because I've just been so excited. So if you could tell by my eyes and the name of the title of this video, I'm going to be reviewing the Reckless Romance palette by BeautyBay. So I literally got this about half an hour in my hands and I just had to film. So yeah, I mean, BeautyBay have come out with a new palette just in time for Valentine's Day. I mean, it's only like just coming to the cusp of February, and to be honest, when they announced this, I was like, I need this palette. It looks absolutely stunning. It is right up my street. When I show you inside and I show you the names and the whole aesthetic, it's the reason why I picked it up. And I mean, I'll show you how I did this look, and yeah, I'll give you my final thoughts at the end because I'm doing a different style of video than I normally do. But yeah, so this is a 20 pan palette, and if you haven't seen the inside of this palette, it is absolutely stunning. I mean, as soon as I saw the color story, straight away I was like, it's a little bit giving of one of their older palettes, and I'll put up a picture here because I can't remember for the life of me what it's called. I do own the palette still, but because my husband's asleep, I don't want to disturb him, and that's why I'm whispering slightly as well. And basically I felt like it was quite reminiscent of that palette, but then this is kind of like its own little thing. Like, you've got tons of silvers and a couple of these pinks here which are absolutely stunning, and I was just like, I need to pick this up. So yeah, only pans, but it's £16. So I mean, when you think about the calculation, it's like less than £1 per shade. And I have tried pretty much every BeautyBay palette apart from maybe one or two, and their quality every single time is out of this world. I'm a really big fan of their makeup. I really wish they came out with more. We're waiting for like foundation and concealers, guys, come on, we're waiting. But when it comes to their palettes, I never feel like they let us down. And when it comes to the color story, I mean, it's very like my vibe. I mean, I'm a very like alternative person, so anything that is kind of like dark shades and like dark reds and blacks, I'm all over it. So talking about the whole aesthetic, it's basically how you think about the 80s glam rock era. So for me, I mentioned this later on, but it reminds me of like Motley Crue and Kiss and all that kind of vibe that I love. I'm not a big fan of Motley Crue, but I love Kiss. Like, I saw them last year in concert and it was one of the best gigs I've ever been to. But when you look at the names here, you've got Rebel, you've got VIP, Love Song, Front Row, After Party, Mid Dress, Muse, Tattoo, Paparazzi. Like, you get the idea. And I love the packaging as well, like Reckless Romance. It is just screaming 80s, like all this whole like leopard print. I feel like it's something different for BeautyBay because I don't think they would come out with something like this. It's very like Rebel-esque for them. But yeah, this is the actual palette itself. The packaging for the box is exactly the same, and these boxes are massive because they still have all this bubble wrap in there. But I feel like you don't need to keep the box. I will keep the box for a while until I do a declutter. But yeah, I just want to show you guys how I did this look, and then I'll give you my final thoughts. Okay, so I've got on my Urban Decay primer and my sellotape, so we're just going to go in with the palette, and to be honest, I know what I'm going to go in with. I'm going to go in with some of the reds and some of the greys. So yeah, we're just going to go for it. Don't even know what to start with. So let's go in with Fling just here. And I apologise if I'm whispering. My husband is asleep and I don't want to wake him. So I'm just going to take Fling, and I'm just going to take that on top of my lid just here and blend that in. Ooh, very pigmented already. Wow, it's so weird. I haven't worn makeup in like a week and it feels so weird putting on makeup now because I'm just like, do I remember what I'm doing? Probably not. But we're just going to blend that in really softly because I want to try and use as many shades as I can, because I don't want to like just go light-handed. Like, I want to go pack a punch with this look today because I think this palette is stunning, and I feel like it can give you so many different variations, and especially I feel like this has got like an 80s vibe to it. It's right up my street. Okay, so now we're going to try some of like the deeper colours. So we're going to go in with Front Row. Just here, many a times in my life I've been front row for gigs, mainly when I was in my teens and kind of like early 20s, but not in my 30s, God no. Don't remember the last time I was front row in a gig, it was a while ago. So we're going to take that just in the corner here. Honestly, this is blending out really nicely. I haven't tried a BeautyBay palette in such a long time, especially a new one. I can't remember the last one that I tried, and I felt like their shades and the kind of consistency with their kind of formulas is brilliant. I can't wait to try the shimmers because they always do such good shimmers. And I feel with this collection, I mean, you've got some of the similar tones, like a lot of brands these days are coming out with different styles of shimmers, but I feel like with BeautyBay they've kind of stuck their way. Like I don't think they've done any duochrome ones or any kind of like multi-chrome. Maybe in the future, we'll see, but these are just your standard shimmers. And then very slightly I'm going to go in with Tattoo, which is like a grey, and I'm going to put that kind of on the end of where my sellotape is because I don't want it to be like super harsh. I just want it to be kind of like light. So I kind of like I've got an eyeliner because I'm not going to use an actual eyeliner. I just want to kind of blend that out. This palette is very reminiscent of the movie Rock of Ages, which used to be a musical on the stage, and I love that movie. It's one of my guilty pleasures, but it's basically got like an 80s like glam metal vibe to it, which is what I feel like this palette is a lot of, which is what I'm liking because the shades and the names are so reminiscent of things that I love. I'm not the biggest fan of like 80s glam, but I'm a big fan of like Kiss, and I mean I'm not a fan of like Motley Crue and stuff like that, but this whole palette gives me like that vibe, which is pretty awesome because I wouldn't think a brand like BeautyBay would do something quite similar. Maybe I'm looking too into it, but I feel like that this is what this palette is giving, to be honest. Next we're going to go in with a Fair just here, and I'm going to take that kind of towards the top bit of my crease, not too much, but I don't want anything too heavy, so we'll bring that here. Okay, so now we're going to end on a shimmer. A bit of fallout in this as well, which is nothing new, to be honest, when it comes to these type of palettes. I'm kind of vibing with a silver today, and so we've got Girlfriend, Encore, Mid-Dress, fishnets, and I feel like maybe going in with Mini Dress just here, which is kind of like, yeah, it's just like a pure silver. So I'm going to take it on my brush and I'll see what it's like first. If not, then I will use my finger because I'm sure that'll be 10 to, oh, I was going to say that must be better, but this is actually pretty good by itself. Oh, that is really nice. Wow. Gone too heavy with the silver. I'm going to have to blend in some of the previous shades with this because it's kind of lost it slightly, and that's my fault because I put in too much of the others. So I'm just going to blend everything back out. Okay, so I'm just going to take off my sellotape quickly and see what is happening. I mean, you would see at the beginning what my whole look was, but I kind of want to assess what's going on here. Okay, I'm actually going to have to tidy this up because this is like a complete mess. But yeah, that was me using the palette for this look. Let's go back to future me and give you my final thoughts. Okay, and this is my finished look all together, as you saw probably at the beginning. But I mean, my final thoughts all together, I don't really know what else to say apart from being really positive. I mean, I have mentioned so many times in my BeautyBay kind of palette reviews as to how good the quality is, and I don't feel like this is lacking by any means. I mean, I know I've only tried like about 5 shades, but when you look at how everything has blended and how well everything has worked together, like that shimmer is really kind of like powerful. I had to kind of like calm it down because I felt like it had taken over everything. But the fact that each shade is probably, it works out as less than £1, I feel like it was right up my street. I mean, I got this like next day delivery because I have a hall pass by BeautyBay, which I buy with my points. But yeah, I'm just so happy that I picked up this palette. I mean, again, I haven't tried one of their palettes in a while. I can't remember the last thing that they came out with, but I know that everything is consistent, and I know that I will be using this quite a few times, especially for Valentine's Day, because the whole purpose of this palette is for a reckless romance. But yeah, let me know if you guys pick this up or if you're interested in picking this up, because I'm literally going to be posting this like the same day. And I apologize for how quiet I've been and how rubbish I sound, but I'm hoping in my next video I will sound much better. Let me know what you think of this look. I know it's not the most imaginative, but I felt like I did quite a nice job. I think everything kind of works out very nicely, and thank you so much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed the video. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, because I film and upload every time I get a chance to. Don't forget to follow me on any of my social medias, because I'm always active on there and you get to see what I'm doing on a daily basis when I'm not feeling well. And thanks for sitting down and listening to me ramble on. I'll see you soon. Bye bye.